obviously, you know,
goes?
I mean, today we cut back practice. My biggest concern right now is you know, today was 13, and I want to get to the spring game as healthy as I can. You know, Christian Bryant should be obviously back. Christian will be back, and then Stubbs will be back full go. And you know, other than Cinco and a couple other guys there, we should be back at full strength. But that's been the main objective. I got the twos here, some extra reps. As you can see, those guys need reps. They need all the reps they can get. And a lot of times that's just, you know, these guys have only, a lot of those guys out there have only been here a year. Not even a year yet.
When you talk about the spring game, what can guys do to turn your head, or what can they actually do Friday night to make a difference in what happens in the fall?
Well, I mean, I think there's a lot of things that take place. You know, your evaluation, that you'll have a postseason evaluation, obviously post-spring evaluation this time of year, and you sit down with your coach and determine whether this is the right place for you, you know, where you are on the depth chart. If we were to travel today, would you be on the top 60, you know? I mean, our first away game will be Michigan State. Right now, you're not on the bus, you know? You tell your parents you're going to give them tickets for the game, but you're not even on the bus. So, you know, that's the purpose of it. I think you have to also have a pecking order, you know. Who is really your 6th, 7th, 8th? You know, I feel pretty good about where we are 6 and 7, but who's really our 8th, 9th, 10th best O-lineman if you had a rash of injuries? You know, who's your 3rd center? Who is your 2nd quarterback? I mean, I'm dying to find out myself, you know, and I want somebody to step up. Who's your 5th, 6th, 7th best receiver? You know, if you lose 2 corners, who's going to be, you know, who's your next best corner, or do we need to really focus on getting one of these guys ready to play in the summer and fall camp? You know, can this guy play at a high enough level where we can win football games, or are we going to have to spend the majority of our time in camp getting one of those freshmen ready to be a backup? You know, those are the kind of things that you're evaluating.
In that same regard, can you talk about Damon a little bit and what he's done this spring to help his cause at the running back position, and what he needs to do to further it as we go through the summer?
Well, Damon obviously has matured. You know, he's not as anxious as he once was. Seems more comfortable, has a better understanding of the offense. Coach Gallon spent some extra time with him. You know, Damon's everything that we thought he was, very talented. He has a better understanding of the offense now, but better understanding of the protections. You know, that's one of the key things there is being able to handle blitz pickup. You know, we can't afford to have Kurt Hess standing back there and you tell me, well, you know, I missed that guy. That doesn't fly. You know, we got to be able to protect our quarterback at all costs, and that's a big part of playing running back. At the same time, he's handled the ball well. He's taken care of the football. Last scrimmage on Saturday, he ran exceptionally well. We did some 3rd and short stuff, and I was really impressed with what I saw. If there was probably a concern that I had other than blitz pickup to this point was probably his short yardage running and how he handled it and what his intention was. He really stuck the ball up in there with pad level, kept his legs moving, and actually, you know, gained probably more yards than was blocked for.
Is there an overall concern? I mean, you talk about the second teamers and guys, you know, doing that regard, but is there an overall concern on the field, execution-wise, that you know you want to see better?
I mean, I get on them. I'm always hard on those guys, you know, but it's, you know, it's all what you make it out to be. I'm constantly on them because I want them to improve. You know, I don't want them to have the opinion, okay, well, I'm second team, I'm probably not going to beat out this guy, so I'm second team and I got another year just to marinate before I have to play. Well, what happens if that guy gets hurt? That guy gets hurt. You know, that's not acceptable. So I'm trying to get some of that redshirt freshmanitis out of some of those guys. Even though some of those redshirt freshmen are playing, there's a group of them that are kind of realize, okay, I'm behind Chris Elkins, or I'm behind Kyle Bryant, or I'm behind Kurt Hess, or I'm behind this guy, so I've got some more time before I got to play at a high level.
Maybe address and talk to Carson Sharma and Tevin Williams and what those 2 guys bring.
Well, Carson obviously has been here. You know, it's one of guys that we inherited. And, you know, the biggest thing with Carson is keeping him healthy. He's an engineering student. You know, he's got a tough act I mean, he leaves every day at 5 o'clock, 5:30, depending on what day it is. So he's a full-time student. A lot of the engineering classes are only in the afternoon, so that's when he has to take them. So he has to come in during the day, get extra time in. But and you can see he's physically changed his body. You know, if you look at him over the past 2 years, he's definitely changed his body and done a good job with that. And he'll play a significant role in what we do. Anytime we're in 2 tight ends, we got him and Nate Adams in there, and he also doubles as a fullback sometimes. So he's been done a good job there. The key with Carson is staying healthy. He wants to be good. He works hard, and obviously Tevin Williams is a guy that's been here, and you know we expect big things from Tevin. Tevin played well as a freshman. Last year, you know, probably didn't have the statistics that he needed to have. So we expect more from him, and even more of a, you know, he's a guy that controls the ball between the tackles, and my feelings there is you know, he's kind of that law dog in between the tackles there that needs to make sure that they're not running up the middle on us.